And this is our final time check. The network will go silent for the final 1 minute. Husker Sports Network programming begins in 1 minute.
And welcome inside the Acres Broadcast Center. I'm Tim Mulhaupt, and this is your Sports Nightly Ticker. Big Ten basketball hosted the first of 2 media days in Indianapolis today. Day 1 saw both Amy Williams and Fred Hoiberg meet with the media this morning. In addition to being impressed by her team's competitiveness, Williams shared why Huskers women's basketball is thrilled to start their 2021-2022 campaign.
We have plenty of reasons to be excited in Nebraska women's basketball right now. Number one, we have 4 returning starters from our team 1 year ago that Kevin mentioned, able to knock off 5 ranked opponents and play in the postseason. We have 4 other returning players who played substantial and significant minutes in our program. And we're adding in a top 25 recruiting class.
When it came time for his turn, Fred Hoiberg highlighted his team's biggest improvement made over the offseason.
The biggest area I think of improvement for our team is perimeter shooting and also playmaking. When you have that shooting, especially in the world of analytics and taking away the three-point line, what that does for our team is open up driving lanes. We had a shot profile last year that we want to continue with. 82% of our shots were in the restricted area and behind the three-point line. And we feel that we're much better equipped now to take advantage of those situations.
Huskers volleyball announced today that their senior class award candidate is Lexi Sun. Sun earned her nomination by volunteering at Pershing Elementary School, Madonna Rehabilitation Hospital, and Matt Talbot Kitchen and Outreach, while also holding a place on the Nebraska Scholar Athlete Honor Roll for 6 straight semesters and being named a Big Ten Distinguished Scholar in December of 2020. Over to pro sports, where there's no shortage of primetime games tonight. In the MLB, both American League Division Series are in action, as the Astros are up big currently over the White Sox. In Game 1 of that series, it's 6-0 Houston. And in just about an hour's time, the Red Sox are in Tampa to take on the Rays in an AL East playoff showdown. Eduardo Rodriguez will take the mound for the Sox against Tampa's Shane McClanahan. First pitch set for 7:07 p.m. And sticking with division rivals, Week 5 of the NFL gets underway at 7:20 p.m. as Matt Stafford and the Rams do battle with Russell Wilson and the Seahawks. That's the ticker. I'm Tim Mulhaupt, and this is Sports Nightly on the Huskers Radio Network.
Live inside Memorial Stadium, this is the Huskers Radio Network.
Rolling to the right side is DeMorat being pressured, throws downfield, pass is intercepted, picked off by the Cornhuskers. It's Deontay Williams, 2nd pick of the day, 3rd turnover forced by the Black Shirts, and Nebraska will take over. 3rd and 5 from the 7. Pistol set, 2 wideouts left, Lever to the near side. In motion is Toure, snap back, turn, run the option to the near side. Adrian pitches it back to Samore to the 5. He is in. Touchdown, Nebraska.
It's Sports Nightly. All the Huskers, all the time. Sports Nightly is presented by the NDOT Highway Safety Office, who reminds you to buckle up and put the phone down. Here are your hosts, Greg Sharp and Jessica Cootie on the Huskers Radio Network.
Jessica, I think if I had to rank the months of the year, October might be my favorite month of the year. The weather, college football, college basketball about to start, baseball playoffs, and NFL, NBA about to start.
Our birthdays. My birthday's in October, too.
That too. I just love this time of year. I mean, Tim's ticker had a little bit of everything in there.
I know,
today.
it is. It's kind of like October and March, or in November and March, or when kind of everything kind of all starts to overlap. We still have some fall baseball and softball that are going to be happening in October. But yeah, and the weather, although it's going to feel like summer again on Saturday.
I know.
when is it going to cool down?
For one day, it's going to be hot. But,
It was hot today.
It was a little warmer out there today. Volleyball is right now, I think, in the air, flying to Penn State. Big matchup tomorrow night with 2 ranked teams at Happy Valley.
Huge. Can't wait to watch that one. I'll be anxious to see because you've talked about it and Coach Cook talked about it. I mean, the Big Ten is just a brawl every single night you match up. But, with the history between these two, I heard JB talking the other night that this is kind of like Oklahoma and Nebraska on the football field, or some of the most heated rivalries. So I'm excited to take this one in.
Yeah, Penn State.
And to see what carried over from this weekend, the 2 matches, getting Stivrins back, and then how that's going to carry over against Penn State.
Yeah, do they take it to the road? I mean,
Right.
it's one thing to do it at home in Devaney and everybody's cheering for you. Somebody coming against you. I went home last night. Purdue and Illinois had a 5-setter last night that was quite the battle. The Boilermakers survived that. So this should be classic tomorrow night. We won't have a show tomorrow because of the volleyball match that first serves at about right now, 6:05, I think, is first serve tomorrow night. So that's will be on the network tomorrow night. But Tim mentioned Big Ten Basketball Media Days, day 1 of 2. The Huskers both went today, both the men and women. This is the first time they've had them both at the same site at the same time. I think it's a good idea because a lot of people cover both men and women, so you have them all there. That's a good spot to do that.
And it looked cool, the setup, because there was a bunch of things kind of going on in the background, a lot of buzz around kind of both. You could, go back and forth covering both. I got to say, I mean, we talked to Lexi's son yesterday for a project she's working on in class. And I love what the Big Ten is doing with women's sports. They have made a huge emphasis of putting them on their network, and it's right there, equal with the opportunities that the men's sports get. We've seen all of the volleyball matches that are on every single night. We get to pretty much watch it, and I know it's going to be the same and carry over into basketball. I mean, you've said about wrestling and the softball, and get huge ratings. So I think it's awesome how they try to keep it pretty equal in their coverage.
52% of the contests they show are women.
That's
BTN.
incredible, and that's not everywhere. I mean, that is
No.
not the case across the country. So I think a big part, and Lauren Stivrins had the tweet after the Olympics. I mean, you want these women's sports to continue to grow in popularity and, continue to inspire those young generations. You got to give them exposure. You got to put them on TV. And so, putting the women, because the Big Ten men's basketball is, year in and year out, arguably the best college basketball league, and you put the women on the same stage, you're going to continue to grow that as well.
Well, and they talked a lot today about the Big Ten. Maryland has kind of been the torchbearer since they joined the league as the top program in the league, but the Big Ten had 4 women's teams make the Sweet 16 last year. That's pretty good.
It is. And again, I know Big Ten is football country, but it's also basketball country, and a lot of these fans love going to games, and they love watching good basketball, whether it's men's or women's basketball. So if those teams are good, they're going to show out, and then that continues to help grow the game. And that's and when your conference is good, it's going to continue to grow, all of the teams in the league.
The players that accompanied the coaches today, Sam Hybe, Izzy Bourne, who you had that great conversation with all the Aussies. Not all of them, I guess.
Yeah, 3 of them, all 3 of them.
They were all here when you talked to them,
Yep.
right? Yeah, okay. So Izzy got to go with Sam Hybe today, and on the men's side, it was Trey McGowans and Alonzo Verge. Accompanied Fred Hoiberg to go represent the Huskers there today. 7 more schools tomorrow. BTN was on early. I mean, it was 7 a.m., and they were on, that's East Coast time, so it was 8 East Coast time. They got up and got going earlier. They have been replaying it throughout the day today, if you missed it. But we won't be long. We'll be having Amy Williams, Fred Hoiberg in here on a fairly regular basis with their coaches' shows, and obviously
it's kind of the same thing with football. When you go to media days, and it's almost here.
Right.
I mean, like we've been doing, some stuff with both teams, but when you go to Big Ten media days, it's like, okay, we are almost here. It is you can feel it right around the corner when those things roll around.
Absolutely. Speaking of coaches' shows, football show in an hour. It's the head coach tonight, so Scott Frost will be in studio. Get your comments, questions ready for him. We'll talk about what was just a fabulous weekend last weekend. I want to really recap that, and obviously we'll get into some of the nuts and bolts with him about Michigan coming up. He met with the media earlier today, and I think the main focus was both teams want to run the ball. Both teams want to stop the run. Whoever gets better at the running game probably will have the advantage. Sometimes we talk for hours and hours and hours and have our 4-hour pregame show. Sometimes it's as simple as that. Who runs the ball better might win the game.
Absolutely. And how many times, I mean, we're going to get into that when we talk about our picks, but I brought it up with the Oklahoma-Texas matchup that it's like crazy, the stat that whoever runs the ball the best wins that game.
Yeah.
And in these types of games where there's a lot of emotion in it, it's a big time battle, it's whoever establishes the run game, who can control the line of scrimmage and who can dominate that. And yeah, so it's massively important.
Should be good. Head coach again here at the top of the hour. Jeremiah Searles is going to join us. He wants to talk some football. He said, don't just have me in to do the picks. He goes, we need to talk some football. So we're going to accommodate Jeremiah. We have to accommodate Jeremiah. He's bigger than us, so we have to accommodate him here in a few minutes.
We can't tell him no. How about the bus from Bussin' the Boys?
The boys are going to be here.
That blew up on social media today.
Well, half of the bus will be here because Taylor Lewan is the other half of the bus. He's playing with the Titans right now, so he can't get here. But Will Compton, who's the Husker, that's the one we care about.
The bus will be here, though.
The bus will be here.
The bus is getting towed here as we speak. And so, it's the reaction. It's a wildly popular podcast, and it's awesome that it's a Husker, and then it's going to be right in the middle of the tailgate, the student tailgate scene, which the team is going to walk through again, which looked awesome last week. You think they're going to be wearing the suits again?
I think so.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's a good look.
I mean, so it's going to even be amped up even more. And so I think we're going to try to do a little bit of our pregame stream from out there. But, it's again, just all these things that pay into recruiting. That's a huge thing. We're going to hopefully have Will Honus on with us and on that podcast. But, just these younger, even the high school players have heard of Bussin' with the Boys. And
they listen to it.
Yeah, and so it's big that bus is going to be here this weekend.
They had former head coach Bo Pelini on this summer. It was a great listen.
Yeah, that was
from those guys.
Entertaining.
Yep. All right. That's what we have on the program here tonight. 402-413-2400 if you want to join with a call or a text throughout the program here tonight. Hey, you can win a 2021 Ford F-150 XL four-wheel drive Super Crew truck from Woodhouse Auto Family this season if the Huskers return the first or second half kickoff for a touchdown. Woodhouse is going to give away an F-150. New contestants will be chosen each week. For details on how to get yourself entered for the Woodhouse Auto Family Kickoff Contest and get the official rules, go to huskers.com/Woodhouse. This week's winner, Cruz Garcia from Lincoln. Congratulations, Cruz. Good luck to Cruz in Saturday night's game. We're back with Jeremiah Searles. That's coming up next.
You could win a 2021 Ford F-150 XL four-wheel drive Super Crew truck from the Woodhouse Auto Family this season. If the Huskers return the first or second half opening kick for a touchdown, Woodhouse will give away an F-150. New contestants will be chosen each week. For details on how to enter the Woodhouse Auto Family Kickoff Contest and official rules, go to woodhousekickoff.com. That's woodhousekickoff.com.
There's a call on the field for a quality seed specific to where you farm. Make the right call with Prairie Valley. With local research in 8 regions throughout Nebraska, Prairie Valley performs with their locally specific hybrids and varieties while achieving the highest quality and yield. No matter where you farm in Nebraska, Prairie Valley has the seed for where you are. Find a local dealer and learn more about the seed for where you are at prairievalleyseeds.com.
Celebrating 50 years in the commercial real estate development industry in Omaha and nationwide, Noddle Companies is proud to continue its tradition of supporting Husker athletics. Check out what's new in Omaha, which includes revolving recreation and the food hall at Zone 6 in Exarban Village. Another exciting project coming soon are the Blackstone Urban Row townhomes. Noddle Companies, creating long-term value through community development. For more information, visit noddlecompanies.com. Go Big Red.
Finally, it's time to tailgate, to find your spot in a sea of red, to get together with family and fans, and to share what makes Husker football season the best. This season, share Valentino's Tailgater tradition with their Big Red Double Jumbo deal and get 2 one-topping jumbo pizzas for only $17.79 each. Order yours at valentinos.com. Some restrictions apply. See store for details. Valentino's, the official pizza of the Huskers. Go Big Red.
The game isn't just about winning or losing. It's about the snacks they share after they've used up all their energy in the field. It's the early morning practice before school and staying late after to get a couple more kicks in. It's the pride they feel for their team and the determination to always keep improving. Sure, The game isn't always about winning or losing, but when they've won the big game and celebration is in full swing, there's only one thing left for you to do. Get them home safe. Buckle up in back. Paid for by NDOT Highway Safety Office.
If you're driven by an adventurous heart, you're in luck. The 2021 Subaru Outback shares your spirit. It will take you as far as you want to explore with standard symmetrical all-wheel drive. It'll get you off the beaten path with 8.7 inches of ground clearance, more than Toyota RAV4 or Honda Passport. It's the best Outback ever. The 2021 Subaru Outback. Go where love takes you. Comparison based on competitor information from manufacturer websites as of July 2020. Visit Beardmore Subaru in Bellevue or at BeardmoreSubaru.com.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Experience car buying your way with Woodhouse. Our team is ready to help you shop, finance, buy, and deliver your next vehicle your way. From the comfort of your home or one of our 17 dealerships, you're in the driver's seat with Woodhouse. Plus, with our selection, finding your next vehicle just got easier. From new to pre-owned, work trucks to third-row SUVs, we've got something for everyone. Start shopping your way at Woodhouse.com or visit a Woodhouse dealership near you.
Did you know that cigarette butts make up a large portion of microplastics in the ocean, which end up in 70% of seabirds and 30% of sea turtles? Bank of the West is helping to solve this problem by not financing big tobacco, proving that what a bank chooses not to finance can be just as important as what it does. Learn more about what we do and don't finance at bankofthewest.com/change. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
It's football season. Husker Nation and Famous Dave's is here to make your tailgate, house party, or get-together famous. Award-winning and house-smoked St. Louis-style ribs, Texas beef brisket, Georgia chopped pork, and house-made sides like our Wilbur beans, creamy coleslaw, and Dave's cheesy mac and cheese will surely tackle any barbecue craving. Visit FamousDaves.com for all your catering and online ordering needs, or come visit us at our locations in Lincoln and Bellevue.
Successful farmers must make good decisions every day. In pivot irrigation, the choice is simple. T&L exclusive hydraulically powered pivot irrigation systems are like no other. You get tough, reliable, and cost-effective irrigation. Let T&L's 60 years of irrigation experience work for you. Call your local T&L dealer or T&L Irrigation Company today. T&L, like no other.
When you're ready to pursue a career-building college degree, go with the school you know and trust, the University of Nebraska. And if you need the flexibility, convenience, and affordability of an online degree program, you can go online with the University of Nebraska. With courses developed specifically for the online learner by our 4 regionally accredited NU campuses, it's a valuable online education for your very real-world future. Go to online.nebraska.edu to learn more.
Between 6 and 8 million Americans meet the criteria for gambling addiction, and many more are affected by another person's gambling problem. Problem gambling is not a bad habit or a moral weakness. It is a serious disorder. With help, problem gamblers can make decisions to improve their lives. If you or someone you love has a gambling problem, contact Choices Treatment Center in Lincoln. For more information, go to the website choicestreatmentcenter.com or problemgambling.nebraska.gov.
Back inside of our Huskers Radio Network Broadcast Center, sponsored by Acres Equipment, Nebraska's premier John Deere dealer with 27 locations across Nebraska and into Kansas. Acres Solutions for every field. Greg Sharp, Jessica Cootie with you, joined by Jeremiah Searles. He's back. He went to a wedding. He's back in town.
I'm back. It's good to be back. It's good. I'll tell you this, Western New York this time of year is gorgeous. Like the foliage, the leaves were red and oranges and yellows, and it was absolutely gorgeous up there to celebrate Spencer and his wife.
You missed a great show last night. We got into some deep talks about goalposts being taken down. You have a goalpost. You're saying do it. You can't say that.
We cannot be responsible for fans' actions.
Don't do it. I'm not responsible for the actions of the fans. I wash my hands.
But do you have a goalpost memory?
No, I don't know. I've never. The only time I've been on the field when it's been rushed, I think was Texas A&M 2000 and 10 when they won down there that night game. They rushed the field.
Everybody.
And I couldn't get off it fast enough.
That was a mad scene.
Yeah.
You're right. That was pretty crazy. We thought we had a mad scene at the end of the 09 season, too. But
yes.
Turns out there was another second left in the game. Fun week, right? I mean, doesn't it feel better? I mean, the way the Huskers played Saturday night just puts a bounce in your step.
Yeah, and you can feel the energy around this place already. I mean, everywhere you go, I'm sure you guys run into it, people are already like, man, you think we're going to win this week? You think we got a shot? And the answer is yes. I mean, the answer is absolutely yes. For the first time in a long time, people think big-time stage, big-time moment, that it's not too big for this team.
Look, everybody wants to know your thoughts on the O-line performance last week. We got to get there.
Yeah, so breaking down the film and looking at what we did schematically against Northwestern, you can tell they just kind of opened it up, and we talked about it a little bit on the live broadcast during the game. Hey, track zone, take a step, whatever's in your step, run and hit it. There wasn't a lot of this man, if they move here, and they just kind of cut these guys loose. And you saw the way they were running off the ball. They were moving the double teams. I thought the new left side and Teddy and Nuri looked great. I think Nuri's footwork is very sound, but he's also just a heavy kid. Like he wasn't getting pushed back into the quarterback. He was moving guys off the down. I thought Turner settled in well at right. He kind of went back and forth at the beginning of the game, a little bit of this. Like his footwork was kind of over the place, but you saw him settle in more as the game went on, and he's such a natural athlete. He can play anywhere, but overall, very excited about the future of these guys. Huge test this week for these guys as well.
And that first group, no mistakes, really. There
Yeah.
were no holdings. There were no procedure penalties. There were when some backups got in, but the first group did not do that.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to put yourself in position to win when you do that, especially when you don't have long fields. The field position game was good for us, and we were able to have some big plays, which made us you don't have to go 14 or 13. When you can score in one play, that's also extremely helpful. But overall, extremely clean performance by those guys. Adrian had time to throw. The run game was going. Yant was a big push. I mean, I think when you have a running back that's new and does well, it gives the O-line a lot of energy too. So, I mean, nothing but confidence for that first group going through this week.
You were so hyped when I went down there at halftime to shoot your Scott Frost interview about Yant and the way he was running the football. I mean, and when I was talking to the offensive line after the game, they're like, I mean, that's not supposed to happen, a big guy run like that. I mean, what was your take on Yant?
Oh, I mean, we need a back like that. I mean, you have to, in the Big Ten, have to have a back that's like, hey, we need two. Even if you get hit at one, you're going to fall for three. Cool. Let's stick with that. But the combination of him and then the emergence of Rahmir Johnson, I think, has been a really nice wrinkle for this offense because Rahmir, for me, I've always thought of Rahmir, tiny, skinny, fast guy. You look at Rahmir now, he's big. He's running behind his pads. The play with Chancellor Brewington blew up the linebacker. I mean, he comes around on what is an All-American safety, and I think it's Joseph is his last name, and just melts him. I mean, he hits him, the dude just crumples. And so Rahmir running with some authority. You got Yant back there. It gives the teams that play us so many things to look at and so many things to say, what do we take away? Who do we look at? That the question is, I don't know. Who do you take away?
Well, and we've talked about this during the week that finally healthy. You get Oliver Martin back. Now you have Vokalek with a couple of games under his belt. You get Yant in shape enough to help you as a team. There's a lot more diversity to this offense than we had before. Jessica said you were excited at halftime. What was your mood like between the third and fourth quarter?
That fire and the thunderstruck and all that, I was just running around like a crazy person. Absolutely. It's impossible not to air guitar to Thunderstruck. And also, if anyone, I'm sure people listening, Lincoln Stars fans, I love when the Lincoln Stars come out to that too. So that gets me juiced. And I loved it. The fire, the flames. And I mean, if we're in a close game going into the fourth quarter and they do that, there's no roof, but this place might just explode. And I can't wait.
Yeah, I said, because I was on the sideline and I knew it was coming, but I think a lot of people knew something was coming, but they might not have known what was coming. And then they kind of faked them out with the fake highlight video, and then the lights go out. And I think people were kind of stunned and shocked. A few people in the text and chat have said that they didn't really know what was going on. Now that they know what's going on, I mean, if there was a roof on this place, it would be blown off.
It helps, too, that, I mean, anytime you're trying to install or do something new in the stadium and the Huskers win, it immediately is like, yes, do it again, right? Like it's always like, yes, do it again. Like build it off of a win versus when sometimes I remember last year or maybe 2 years ago, the Ohio State game was when they first did the Irish Scarlet, and everyone kind of like that just has like a sour type of memory in their minds. But I think this is a great memory. It was our blowout win against a conference opponent, and I think it is something that everyone will look forward to moving forward.
Both of you, same songs this week or not?
Yes.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't change it up?
No. If it's not broke, don't fix it,
Okay.
Greg.
How about the only thing that might have come close to the loudness of Thunderstruck was the 84-yard punt. I mean, we've talked a lot about the special teams on the podcast. Huge improvement, right?
I mean, when you punt the ball 84 yards, I think especially, I mean, I remember like there was kind of like we're punting, and like everyone kind of. And then it went 84 yards, like, yes, we can punt again. And I mean, he had the tweet too about how punters are people too. And I mean, again, we need all three phases to start clicking if we want to start winning Big Ten games, and punting's a huge phase.
Nebraska 811 says, go dig red. Before you dig, always call or click 811 to have your utility lines marked. It's free, it's easy, it's the law. That was last week. Let's go to this week. Much tougher challenge, isn't it?
And no doubt. I mean, you look, the film study on this Michigan Wolverine, especially their defense, this is a very good group. They have Aiden Hutchinson at number 97, is one of the more dynamic pass rushers in the Big Ten, and he's going to really get after our two tackles, being that's only their second game at their respected positions. And if you look across the board, they've got NFL talent, first-round talent on the D-line, probably mid-round talent at the linebackers, and another first-round talent on the back end. So the talent is there, and they're playing very good team defense right now. I like our matchup more of our defense versus their offense than our offense versus their defense.
Yeah.
You know, with the quarterback situation at Michigan, we saw McNamara come in and do some big things, but they've been switching it up. We were talking last night. Nebraska really hasn't seen a quote-unquote mobile running quarterback. Could that be an issue for the Black Shirts?
It's always an issue. It's always an issue whenever you're facing a mobile quarterback because, I mean, like, look what Adrian can do to defenses. You run the risk of, hey, if we blitz and try and get home and he makes one guy miss and everyone's playing man coverage, running with receivers, the middle of the field is always wide open. And so you have to be very, very conscious of your rush lanes as defensive linemen and linebackers when you're blitzing to make sure you don't leave holes for a guy like that to be able to go out into the open space. And then in the run game, when you have a mobile quarterback, you run the read option, you run the RPOs, and usually the quarterback's not someone that's accounted for when you're talking about, okay, linebacker has running back, DN has this. And so you have to kind of shift everything. And so I'll be interested to see how Chenander wants to scheme up how to attack this quarterback and try and get him on his heels a little bit if he wants to run around the ball.
And McCarthy's the more mobile guy. I think we definitely see him Saturday night, but I was telling you this earlier this week. I think the option game is going to be a big part of Nebraska's plan because that's how you neutralize a really good rusher off the edge.
Yeah, you make him think. You make him not just be able to, like, okay, pin my ears back and go. It's like, hey, are we gonna option you, or are we gonna have Chancellor Brewington come back across and try and hit you in your teeth? And you're gonna see a lot of different ways that we attack Aiden Hutchinson because he's the guy, and we did every week in the NFL. First, you break down, you put a star around the student, go game wrecker. You can't let this one individual wreck the game. And he is that guy for Michigan. He did it against Wisconsin. He's done it all year. He's got 5.5 sacks on the year. You have to highlight him and attack him, run away from him, frustrate him to where he's not making the big plays that he's used to making.
Yeah.
How do you feel going into this one?
I'm confident. It's a confidence booster for me. I think that as I watch the tape, we last week put a full game together, which, I mean, it took 5 weeks to do, but we did it. And we're hitting our stride, I think, fully here. Now, there is some still question marks. I mean, as much as I love what we did last week, I have to keep myself. Northwestern might not win another game this year. Like, they're struggling in a lot of places. So as good as we were, Northwestern was bad. It's time for us to go prove it. Prime time. These are the games you came to Nebraska for as a player. And so I feel confident in this group, and I think they have a lot of confidence going into this game, too.
Agreed. You're not going to opt out of the rest of the picks, are you? You're still in?
Yeah, I'm still in. I'm still here. Yeah.
We got to get to some picks. We're going to do that here in just a minute. This season, share Valentino's Tailgater tradition with our Big Red Double Jumbo deal and get 2 one-topping jumbo pizzas for only $17.79 each. Order yours online at valentinos.com. Valentino's, the official pizza of the Huskers. Go Big Red. We're back with our Choices Treatment Center Big Ten picks next.
From the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, I'm journalism student Grace Fitzgibbon with Campus News. UNL has been named one of the best schools for veterans for the 5th year in a row. The ranking on the Military Times Best for Vets survey reflects the hard work of Nebraska's Military and Veteran Success Center, serving military dependents, veterans, National Guard members, active duty troops, and many Husker students in the reserves.
Today's play of the day comes from Nebraska. We pick it up with the local sports announcer at a Nebraska lottery retailer.
Dave enters the store. He makes a move to the checkout counter. Looks like he's going to pass. Yes, he's passing the clerk a few dollars. The clerk takes the handoff and spins around. It looks like he's placed the scratch tickets on the counter, and now Dave has them in his hand. It's the old Scratcherooski. He scratches left. He scratches right. Oh, my! He's done it! Dave has scored a bundle of cash.
Play is good. Go play. Odds vary by game.
Don't let the cold winter worry you. As Nebraska's leading supplier of propane, you can count on Sapp Brothers to keep your family warm this winter. You're like family, and your safety is the #1 priority of Sapp Brothers. When it comes to your propane needs, Sapp Brothers has you covered. Visit www.sappbros.net/petroleum to find your local Sapp Brothers propane expert. Celebrating 50 years of fueling America's heartland and welcoming guests, Sapp Brothers is proud to be an official partner of Husker Athletics.
It's football season. Husker Nation and Famous Dave's is here to make your tailgate, house party, or get-together famous. Award-winning and house-smoked St. Louis-style ribs, Texas beef brisket, Georgia chopped pork, and house-made sides like our Wilbur beans, creamy coleslaw, and Dave's cheesy mac and cheese will surely tackle any barbecue craving. Visit famousdaves.com for all your catering and online ordering needs, or come visit us at our locations in Lincoln and Bellevue.
What is highbid.com? It's the online auction site for just about everything under the sun. Art and antiques, cars and coins, office equipment and furniture, toys and tools. You can find it all at highbid.com. Highbid.com gives you access to thousands of auctions across the USA and around the world. Browse the most popular auctions, search for the exact item you want, or just explore the site. Go to highbid.com. That's HIBID.com and find what you're looking for today.
At Subaru, they love building vehicles for those who pack a lot into life. The redesigned 2021 Crosstrek is their way of saying more power to you. An upgrade in horsepower means you have a world of fun and adventure waiting for you. And the Crosstrek comes with standard symmetrical all-wheel drive. Love, it's what makes Subaru, Subaru. Visit Deto Subaru at 27th Street and Jamie Lane in Lincoln or at DetoSubaru.com. Upgraded horsepower available on select models.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Between 6 and 8 million Americans meet the criteria for gambling addiction, and many more are affected by another person's gambling problem. Problem gambling is not a bad habit or a moral weakness. It is a serious disorder. With help, problem gamblers can make decisions to improve their lives. If you or someone you love has a gambling problem, contact Choices Treatment Center in Lincoln. For more information, go to the website choicestreatmentcenter.com or problemgambling.nebraska.gov. Celebrating 50 years in the commercial real estate development industry in Omaha and nationwide, Noddle Companies is proud to continue its tradition of supporting Husker athletics. Check out what's new in Omaha, which includes revolving recreation and the food hall at Zone 6 in Exarban Village. Another exciting project coming soon are the Blackstone Urban Row townhomes. Noddle Companies, creating long-term value through community development. For more information, visit noddlecompanies.com. Go Big Red. Hey, Husker fans, if you're looking for an exciting new career as part of your pandemic recovery, Iowa has over 75,000 job openings in industries such as healthcare, advanced manufacturing, construction, IT, and ag. IowaWorks.gov has more information about job openings, earn while you learn apprenticeships, and exciting training and scholarship opportunities. Find your next great job in Iowa. They've got a solid game plan, a bright future, and want you on their team. www.iowaworks.gov.
Wait, time out, Mom. Instead of using ketchup on your hot dog, pour on some of this Dorothy Lynch. Good, huh?
Yeah, talk about serving up an ace.
Did you see that? She spiked it.
Yes! Am I going to be watching you play for the Huskers someday?
How about you get me some more pizza, and then we talk about it.
Share the tradition of one-of-a-kind flavor that goes with anything, game day or any day. Dorothy Lynch, endless flavorabilities.
Score a game-winning drive when you buy your next vehicle at Sid Dillon Chevrolet. As a Chevrolet Business Elite dealer, we offer commercial vehicles, including medium-duty trucks and low-cab forwards. Whatever vehicle fits your needs, we're here to make the purchase process easy. Visit our Chevy locations in Blair, Crete, Fremont, or Wahoo. Plus, shop our full inventory at SidDillonChevy.com.
You are what drives us, Sid Dillon.
Chevy, find new roads.
Hello, I'm Tom Osborne.
And I'm Coach Frost.
Statistics prove that youth who are mentored and receive support and guidance from a caring adult show measurable improvement in academic achievement, motivation to succeed, and hope.
Over the past 30 years, Teammates has served more than 43,000 youth, and right now there are more than 1,000 waiting for a Teammates mentor to visit with them once a week in school.
For more information on how you can help the Teammates Mentoring Program, please go to teammates.org, and thank you for supporting our youth.
Sponsored by Nebraska Crossing Fast Cash app.
Buckle up, put that phone down. It's a reminder from the NDOT Highway Safety Office. Greg Sharp, Jessica Cootie, Jeremiah Searles with us as we jump into our Big Ten game predictions for the weekend, presented by Choices Treatment Center, helping people make positive choices. But first,
yes, let's get to it. Let's get to the scoreboard.
We have to review, Jeremiah.
You got to learn from the tape if you're going to improve.
All right, Iowa, Maryland. It was a clean sweep. We all picked the Iowa Yay team, and it wasn't close.
No.
They routed them.
Number 3 team
and
in
I
the
was
country.
worried about that pick.
Me too, a little bit, but we were good. All right, Michigan at Wisconsin. Jessica, Andrew, and Tim all went with the Wolverines. Jeremiah, you and I took the Badgers.
Bucky is just disappointing. They can't score. I'm saying it again for the 4th week in a row.
I've been saying it for 6
can't
weeks.
score, and it's infuriating to watch until we play them.
Man. All right, Charlotte at Illinois. Jessica, Jeremiah, myself, Tim had the Fighting Illini, and they win 24-14. Poor Andrew. He went Charlotte. Now, Charlotte was ahead at half. So
Yeah,
it wasn't just an embarrassing pick.
Yeah, it was a little bit scary for the Illini at one point.
I saw someone that was like, we were 2-6 last year and ran the table. Like someone tweeted from Illinois. I was like, I don't know if that's going to happen again this year, friends.
Minnesota at Purdue. They played this one in a lot of light rain throughout the whole day in West Lafayette. Jessica, myself, Tim, we were rowing the boat, and that was perfect for that weather. They
Yes.
win. Jeremiah, Andrew took the Boilers.
I'm still not impressed with Minnesota. I mean, I don't know if I'm more underwhelmed by Minnesota or was more impressed with how Purdue's playing this year, but it was close. I mean, it wasn't a blowout, but I mean, the boat rode over me.
It did. Buckeyes at Rutgers, they look great. I think they figured some things out in Columbus. We all took Ohio State. We all took Penn State. They shut out Indiana 24-0. First time in 21 years Indiana's been shut out. So another yay team. Michigan State took care of Western Kentucky. We were 5 for 5 in that pick. Georgia and Arkansas. This was a blowout. Georgia's really, really good. And Tim went with the Razorbacks. So he kept us from getting a clean sweep.
You know, I think the Razorbacks are actually a good team, but that just shows you how elite Georgia is.
I don't know. I think some of that probably, too, is a mentality thing, though. I don't know if the score was indicative of, like you said, Arkansas is a better team. I just think probably they knew they had no business. You got to flip that switch mentally at some point. And right now, I mean, Alabama is just that much better, up here than Arkansas.
The wheels came off quick in that game, too.
Mm-hmm.
The wheels came off quick.
They did. All right, Cincinnati at Notre Dame. Jeremiah, Tim, and myself took the Bearcats. Jessica and Andrew went with the Irish.
You're like over here, getting hyped, and it's my one loss of the week.
Hey, it's still an L. Take
Okay.
your L.
How
Take
many
it.
did you have? How many L's did you have?
Doesn't matter.
We're
We're not there yet.
Mississippi at Alabama. I thought this might be closer than it was. Bama's just so good. We all took Alabama, so we all win. Baylor at Oklahoma State. Only one person got this game right.
Yeah.
Jessica
who
took
was that one person?
I know.
Jeremiah.
Pistols firing. So
I think Okie State might beat Oklahoma this year. I do. I'm just going to throw that out there.
All right, so that's it for the week. So Jessica, the only one to get that last game right. She goes 10-1 for the week. How about that?
He's like madder that I won than he lost.
That's a fact.
Like,
that's a fact.
you should be disappointed in your own performance.
I am, and I've watched the tape. I point the thumb, not the finger, Jessica.
Okay.
Here we go.
Tim and I went 9-2, so a game back of you. Jeremiah 8-3. Poor Andrew 7-4. So here's your season standings. Jessica now has a 2-game lead on me. She's 48-11. I'm 46-13. 3-game lead on you. You're 45-14, Jeremiah. She has a Oh, and she also has a 4-game lead over Tim and an 8-game lead on Andrew. 8 on Andrew.
Andrew needs to study the film. And Andrew needs more time in the film room.
That's rough. That is rough.
That's a tough one.
All right, let's go to the games this week. Maryland at Ohio State, 11 o'clock on Big Fox. Buckeyes 3-touchdown favorite. Any shot for the Terps?
No chance.
Nope.
All right.
Buckeyes.
And everybody, all 5 of us go Ohio State. Michigan State at Rutgers. This is a 5-point spread. Sparty undefeated up to number 11 in the country. That makes me kind of mad. Your thoughts about Michigan State Rutgers?
This was the hardest pick. One of the hard. I mean, there's a lot of hard ones this week, but this one's tough for me. I think I'm going to stick with Sparty because they haven't given me a reason besides our game to doubt against them. So I got to go Sparty in this one.
I'm going with Michigan State because I think their offense is just a little bit better than Rutgers.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so did Andrew and Tim, but not so fast. All of you. Noah Vedrill's going to lead the Scarlet Knights to an upset. Hand Sparty their first loss. They're due one. I'm going Rutgers.
I like
trying
it.
to make one up.
I
on the
like
field
it,
there.
Greg.
All right, Jessica. It's the Bielma Bowl in Champaign, Wisconsin. Faces their old head coach and Brett Bielma. The Illini are an 11-point under. How can Wisconsin be favored by 11 over anybody?
I don't know if they can score 11.
Yeah, I'm like, can they even get to 11 points? But I guess they can shut Illinois out by shut them out. So I'm going with Wisconsin. I have not been a fan of the Badgers. Have not picked them much, but I'm going to pick them this week.
Okay. I'm with you. I think the Badgers win it. I think it's closer than 11, but I think they do survive.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to go with Wisco, too. I think that defense might score a couple times for Wisconsin, too, because they're that good.
Okay. Both Andrew and Tim go with Wisconsin as well, so we're all 5 on the same page for that game. Big one in Iowa City, 3 o'clock on Big Fox. Penn State at Iowa, top 5 matchup. The Hawkeyes a 1.5 favorite in this game. 2 really good defenses. I'm going to go home team here. I'm going Hawkeyes to defend the home turf and win a close, tight, hard-fought, bare-knuckle battle in Iowa City.
The only reason I'm taking Iowa because it's at Kinnick. I think if this was at Happy Valley, I'd probably take Penn State, but I got to go with Iowa at home. That place is going to be insane.
You know who I'm going with?
Yeah.
I've been rolling with them all season, Penn State. And again, I'm going back to I think their offense is better, and I understand the Iowa defense is legit, and Iowa put some points up last week, but I still think the Penn State offense is better, so I'm going to go with Penn State.
Andrew agrees with you. Andrew's on the Penn State Nittany Lions
Do you like
bandwagon.
that?
Hey.
Does that make you feel good?
Last week we had one together, and we won it. So.
Iowa's defense just takes the ball away so freaking much.
They do. And Tim is with you and I, Jeremiah. He goes with this. All right, let's go to the Red River rivalry. OU and Texas, Jessica. How you see this one? The Sooners are favored by 3.5.
This is one of the harder ones for me, too. You know, it's crazy. It's like the statistics of the team that wins a rushing battle wins this game. It's like out of the last 22 matchups, 20 times the team that's won the running battle has won that game. Texas has a really good run game. But Oklahoma's run defense is really good as well. So I'm going to go with Oklahoma. They have not looked good winning, but they have found ways to win. So I'm going to go with the Sooners.
Yeah, and I think that catches up with them this week. I think the fact that they've just beaten the band out of town the last really all season long in all their games except Western Carolina. I think Texas has figured something out. They got a little magic going on. I think Sarkisian gets a win in his first Red River rivalry.
I agree. I think Texas beats Oklahoma. You talk about a team that's due for a loss. Oklahoma's due for a loss. I think that they just don't look as dominant as they need to be, and I think Texas is hungry to win this one.
Okay, the producers are split on this one as well. Andrew goes Texas, Tim goes Oklahoma. So that'll be interesting. We're 3-2 on that matchup. Go to the SEC, Arkansas at Ole Miss. Ole Miss coming off the loss to Bama. Arkansas coming off the loss to Georgia. Ole Miss, the home team, favored by 5.5. I'm going Rebels. I think the Rebels get it done. I think Kiffin gets that offense cranked up. They score enough points to beat a really good defensive team in Arkansas.
I agree. I think Ole Miss is going to be fired up after last week. I think Arkansas might be more a little shell-shocked from getting hit in the mouth as much as, and I think Kiffin knows how to get his team back rocking and rolling, so I got to go Ole Miss here, too.
Yeah, get your popcorn ready, right?
Yeah, get your popcorn ready.
I'm going
Toss
to
the mic.
And
get
you got to
crushed.
think they're a little bit angry about Arkansas beating them in 2020. So I think Ole Miss gets it done at home this week.
All right. Jeremiah, we stay in the FCC. Georgia coming off that big thumping of Arkansas on the road. This is their annual crossover game, their permanent crossover rivalry with Auburn. Auburn coming off a nice win last week at LSU. They come back home, but they're 15-point underdogs in this game.
I can't bet against the Dogs.
No,
you can't bet
no.
against the Dogs. Georgia all the way.
Yep.
Yeah, we're all 5 on that bandwagon. Georgia looks good. I think this one could be close. You just have games where it gets close. I think this could be one of those. All right, Jessica, Notre Dame at Virginia Tech. The Irish coming off their first loss of the year. This is a pick'em in Blacksburg against Virginia Tech.
Yeah, I don't know. This, to me, was, again, one of those hard wins. I'm going to go with the Irish. I think they bounce back.
I'm going with the Hokies. I think Virginia Tech in Plattsburgh, I played there in 2009, and that place is loud and rowdy, and I think they're going to want to stick it to Notre Dame, so Virginia Tech it is.
We're really split on this one. I'm with you, Jeremiah. I got Georgia Tech, or Virginia Tech, but Andrew and Tim are split. Andrew's got the Hokies, Irish. Tim goes with the Irish. This will be an interesting game on Saturday in Blacksburg. Staying in the ACC, Georgia Tech at Duke. I threw this one on for Andrew. He needs a point here, but his Blue Devils are a 4-point underdog in this game. Who do we got?
I'm going to go Duke. The last time I picked against them, I got a loss. And they can score some points. So I think I'm going to go with the Blue Devils at home.
I agree. I think this is a game where Duke gets ahead and Georgia Tech plays catch up a little bit, but just can't quite catch up all the way. So I got to go with Duke here as well.
Andrew took Duke. Tim and I are on the opposite side of this one, Georgia Tech. This is going to be an interesting scoreboard when we get this whole thing done. All right, Jeremiah, save the best game of the week for last.
Oh, my.
UConn at UMass. One's 0-6, one is 0-5. Somebody's got to get a win here in this game.
They're both so bad. I mean, I was looking at their records. I was like, I don't even know who's the worst team here. So I kind of coin flipped this one, but I'm gonna go with UConn. I'm gonna go with UConn.
UConn kind of played okay last week, and they have Gino and Brooke and Paige Beckers, and I'm gonna go with.
It's not often you get a toilet bowl in October. So.
I'm gonna go with the Huskies.
Yeah, they've come up close against Vandy and Wyoming. UConn's a better team. They win this, and we're all 5 with the Huskies. So there you go. This will be an interesting scoreboard when we get done with Saturday's action because we got some different picks in here.
I love
it. Or it could just be a clean, everybody is just split down the middle.
Yeah, this could be an even outer, or someone could come back from 3 games down. I'm just saying.
That's right.
You're down 4 games, by the way.
Good stuff. All right, rest up. We'll see you on Saturday.
Absolutely. See you guys.
There he is, Jeremiah Searles, with us here on Sports Nightly. Hey, if you or someone you love has a gambling problem, call Choices Treatment Center at 402-476-2300 or go to the website at choicestreatmentcenter.com. We're back to wrap up Hour 1 next.
Touchdown, Nebraska!
If you're doing business in Nebraska, the best way to connect your organization with the excitement surrounding the Huskers is through a partnership with Nebraska Athletics. You can take your business to the next level by reaching loyal Husker fans through in-venue signage, digital and social media, radio advertising, and more. Join the Husker team today and email partners@huskers.com to learn more about opportunities to connect with Husker Nation. That's partners@huskers.com.
Nebraskans are choosing chiropractic for better health. Why chiropractic? Because it is safe, drug-free, and a cost-effective treatment option for back and joint pain. Plus, all generations can benefit from natural chiropractic care. Choose chiropractic first for pain relief, nutrition, or to improve your mobility, athletic performance, or overall wellness. Make chiropractic your first choice for better health. Find a chiropractic physician near you at nebraskachiropractic.org. Get your life back with chiropractic.
Valley 365 is here, and the time is now to take your farming technology full circle. Valley 365 is the ultimate command center, the new single sign-on platform that brings together our tried and true technology and streamlines your entire operation. Combining the best features of AgSense, Valley Scheduling, Valley VRI, and Valley Insights, Valley 365 is the next level solution for connected crop management. Leverage your data, make the most of your time, and own your tomorrow. Contact your Valley dealer today.
Pivot control has never been easier. T&L Irrigation now offers a new control panel called Precision Point Touch. It's a full-color 7-inch graphic touchscreen that's easy to use and gives you lots of great tools to make your irrigation faster and more efficient. Set up your pivots the way you want. You can update your older controls to the new Precision Point control panel too. Call your local T&L dealer or visit TLIRR.com. T&L Irrigation, like no other.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Celebrating 50 years in the commercial real estate development industry in Omaha and nationwide, Noddle Companies is proud to continue its tradition of supporting Husker athletics. Check out what's new in Omaha, which includes Revolving Recreation and the Food Hall at Zone 6 in Exarban Village. Another exciting project coming soon are the Blackstone Urban Row townhomes. Noddle Companies, creating long-term value through community development. For more information, visit noddlecompanies.com. Go Big Red.
Momentum. It's building at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. With game-changing work in precision agriculture, nanoscience, and digital humanities. We're unlocking mysteries in brain research, solving the impossible with remote surgery using robots. And we're creating bold futures with world-leading research in early childhood education. We don't slow down, and we're not letting up. We are Nebraska.
Back inside our Huskers Radio Network Broadcast Center, sponsored by Acres Equipment, Nebraska's premier John Deere dealer with 27 locations across Nebraska and into Kansas. Acres Solutions for every field. Greg Sharp, Jessica Cootie. We have dismissed Jeremiah Searles. It really bothers him that you're beating him.
Hates that I am winning. I mean, he needs to, focus on him losing as opposed to me winning. I mean, maybe that's his problem.
Yeah, he's not happy with that.
He needs to quit trying to worry about my game and worry about his game.
A lot of texts from throughout the hour. We're going to text it. I think Michigan's better than Michigan State, but not better than Oklahoma, in their opinion. I think they're totally different teams. Michigan's more physical. I think Oklahoma's better athletes. But I agree. I think Michigan's more sound than Michigan State. Although you say that, and last year when those two played, Michigan State won the game. So it's hard to pick. But their quality, they're going to be a tough one on Saturday night. It should be a lot of fun here.
And it's kind of just been weird with, sometimes these teams look one way one week and then the next week. It's just there's some inconsistency with some of the teams when you're trying to compare. And so it's who knows.
It's dangerous to do that, to compare scores. Well, we beat them by 3 touchdowns and they only beat them by shouldn't do that.
Well, even just watching how they match up against, it's just it's different from week to week. So yeah, it's going to be a fun weekend though. There's a lot of close matchups.
Yeah. Great games across. Some weeks are better than others. This is a really good week for college football. It's going to be electric here on Saturday. I'm surprised we don't see some tailgates already going up tonight around campus for that. I was told there were some Michigan fans walking around Lincoln today, so some of their fans are already in town.
Is it fall break yet? No, not yet, I guess.
Not
probably.
there, not here. We're still a week away from here for that happening, but I think the Boneyard's going to be alive.
Oh,
the bus being over there now.
It's going to be unbelievable. I cannot wait. Speaking of, did you see the email from the listener last night?
About goalposts.
Yeah. It was pieces of the goalpost, right?
He's got a little souvenir.
I think he was part of the crew that was walking down to the Capitol when the other people were having the wedding, right?
He's got a little souvenir from that one that they took down back in the 80s. So good for him.
That was a fun show last night.
Yeah, I don't know how we got to that point, but sometimes those are the best shows when you just fall into it.
Someone was asking me, how do you prepare for the show? I was like, I don't know, because last night we were talking about goalposts.
You didn't know we were going there.
No. And then it turned into such a fun discussion. Sam on the chat says, I have the Voodoo doll collection to back up the picks. I don't know. I have no idea. I just go with my gut and try not to overthink it.
Well, no show tomorrow night. Husker volleyball will bump us off. Big match for them. They're headed back east. They're going to play Penn State tomorrow, and then they go to Rutgers for a Sunday match before getting back into Lincoln. We got just a little over a minute left in the hour. Let's plug in Russ in Lincoln. Good evening, Russ. Welcome to the program.
Hey, thanks for taking my call. Called you guys the other night, was pretty jacked up. I just want to keep this short and say that it's nice going into a game like this where we actually feel like we have a chance, that if we go and play the right way and we have pieces in place, that we can compete with these teams. Not saying we can beat these teams, but having that feeling all week that, hey, we can go play with Michigan and give them a ball game, and if we play right, we can win. And we don't have to be perfect, but we still have to play well. So I think that's a change in where we're at, especially for the first week of the season. So that's basically what I wanted to say.
Good. All right, Russ, appreciate it. No, absolutely. Everybody should come to the stadium Saturday. I know the team is, with the mindset we're going to win this game.
And it's not just the fans and the team. It's across the country. I mean, think about when we were going down to Norman Oklahoma was a 22-point favorite.
Right.
And then since then, it's like everybody's kind of changed their whole thought process on Nebraska. Now we're seeing Kirk Herbstreit talk about Nebraska. Joel Klatt has been a big advocate for the Huskers. So we're kind of seeing the narrative change, not just here in Lincoln and in Nebraska, but really across the country.
And, everybody was surprised the line at Sparty was as close as it was, and we saw the result of that. So, yeah, Russ is right. Bring your good attitude to the stadium. Be ready to be loud. Coach Frost says they need to be loud. Speaking of Coach Frost, he's coming in next hour. We'll have our football show for the week, and it's the head coach's turn to come up. Get your comments, questions all ready for him next.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Hello, I'm Tom Osborne.
And I'm Coach Frost.
Statistics prove that youth who are mentored and receive support and guidance from a caring adult show measurable improvement in academic achievement, motivation to succeed, and hope.
Over the past 30 years, Teammates has served more than 43,000 youth, and right now there are more than 1,000 waiting for a Teammates mentor to visit with them once a week in school.
For more information on how you can help the Teammates Mentoring Program, please go to teammates.org, and thank you for supporting our youth.
Sponsored by Nebraska Crossing Fast Cash app. Addie's Sports Bar and Grill is the place to watch Nebraska games this season. Locally owned and operated, Addie's is Omaha's premier sports bar with 4 locations in Elkhorn, Maple Street, Millard, and a new flagship Capitol location in downtown Omaha. If it's Husker game day, it's on at Addie's. Addie's Sports Bar and Grill is Omaha's official watch party spot with game day giveaways, prizes, fun, and more surprises later in the season. Addie's Sports Bar and Grill. See you there for the game.
It's Game On at Sid Dillon Buick GMC Cadillac in Fremont, featuring our winning combination of Buick SUVs and GMC trucks and SUVs. And as a GMC Business Elite dealer, we offer commercial vehicles for your business needs. For the convenient and easy way to shop for your next vehicle, just visit our Fremont location or check out our full inventory at SidDillonBuickGMC.com.
You are what drives us, Sid Dillon.
We are professional grade.
Sometimes being an office printer feels like I'm competing in an Olympic sport. Thankfully, I have Marco's Managed Print Services on my team. Marco's game plan helps me make big plays while saving big bucks. And Marco's lightning fast tech support gets me back in the game fast. I'm up. Find out what your printers could be saying with Marco's Managed Print Services at marconet.com.
Live from Acres Broadcast Center inside East Stadium, this is the Nebraska Football Show. Sports Nightly is presented by the NDOT Highway Safety Office, who reminds you to buckle up and put the phone down.
In motion is Betts. They turn, give it off to Xavier. He gets a block on the edge. 25, bounces outside 30, 35, 40, and finally knocked down. An ankle tackle at about the 41-yard line. Van Treese now sends a man in motion. They turn, they flip it off to McDuffie, trying to race to the edge. Gets around JoJo Doma, but can't get around Nick Henrich. He'll go down. He'll lose 3 yards. Back to the 23-yard line. What a play by Nebraska.
All the Huskers, all the time. Here's your host, Greg Sharp, on the Huskers Radio Network.
Thank you. Welcome to our weekly sit down with one of the football coaches for the Cornhuskers. Tonight it will be the head coach. If you want to be a part of the program, here are the numbers: 402-413-2400. That's with you can call or text. But that we're also up on our YouTube stream tonight. You can get in the chat room and fire some things, and we'll work those in over the next hours. Huskers leveled their record at 3-3 last Saturday with an impressive trouncing of Northwestern, the defending Big Ten West champs, 56-7 inside Memorial Stadium. It was an electric atmosphere, first night game in a couple of years, and the Huskers were terrific. Got out to a 21-0 lead in the game, led 35-7 at the half, and kept it on, pouring it on in the second half. Got a chance to play a lot of players in that game, and the attitude was really good in the locker room afterwards for the Huskers, as now they get set to play top 10 Michigan. The 8th-ranked Wolverines in the coaches poll, number 9 in the AP poll, will be here for another 6:30 kick at Memorial Stadium for this matchup. Only the second time that Michigan has visited Lincoln since Nebraska joined the Big Ten Conference. They were here with Denard Robinson as their quarterback. Huskers held them out of the end zone. Michigan ended up with 3 field goals. Nebraska won that matchup 23-9 over the Wolverines. So Michigan will be here with an undefeated start to the season, their first undefeated start since 2016 for the Wolverines, and they're going to try to keep their momentum going. Nebraska are going to try to keep their momentum fired up after the trouncing of Northwestern last week. And Huskers have been building to this. If you just go back to the 2 wins over Fordham and Buffalo, and then going on the road and pushing Oklahoma to the very finish of that game, and then had victory in their grasp against Michigan State before the punt that got brought back to tie the game up with the Spartans. And then the Huskers, of those 2 deflating losses, came and put together their best, most complete game of the year against the Cats last Saturday night, winning again by a final of 56-7 to get to 3-3 in their first conference victory of the season as well. So this tough stretch of football continues with another talented team in Michigan going to be here on Saturday night. Huskers had a couple of kind of breakout stars in that game on Saturday, namely Jaquez Yant. Yant rushed for 127 yards, by far the most in his young Husker career. He had 13 carries. He had that long gallop for 64 yards. He was just shy of the goal line when he got bumped out of bounds at about the 4-yard line. Jaquez had played a little bit in the Fordham game. I think he had 15 yards rushing against Fordham, but then really the breakout game for him with 127. And Ramir Johnson continues to play really well for this team. Ramir had 12 carries, 74 yards, with an average of 6.2. It was a really good effort by JoJo Doman. He ended up with 9 tackles. 2 of them were sacks in the game. In fact, he was honored as one of the co-defensive players of the week by the conference earlier this week for his efforts in that game. And the 6th-year senior continues to play really good football for the Cornhuskers, and Nebraska's going to need him and all those black shirts to get fired up and ready for the matchup with the Wolverines on Saturday night. Michigan has not trailed this season in any of their 5 games that they have played to this point in time, and certainly will offer up a big challenge for the Cornhuskers in the game on Saturday night. But we welcome into the program the head coach of the Cornhuskers, and just reminiscing about what was just a fun night of football against Northwestern, and probably your most complete game of the year to this point.
Yeah, it was probably our most complete game in a long time. I thought we played well in all 3 phases, got off to a good start, kept going, played hard, didn't make a lot of mistakes. That's what it's supposed to look like.
Tell me about arriving at the stadium. You didn't get dropped off over here like you normally do. You got dropped off further into campus, and you had a little stroll. What was that?
Yeah, I don't even know whose idea that was. Might have been Trev's. It was awesome. It was homecoming. We wanted to walk by the student union and by some of the students, and I really enjoyed it. The guys.
Can you do it again?
I think that's the plan. Yeah, the guys had new suits that we were able to get for them, and they all look good, and it was good to see that many fans.
Yeah, tell me about the suits. Where did that come up from?
The kids have kind of been asking for it for a while. I guess when I was a player, maybe I just wanted to be in game mode and wear travel sweats. But I think there's something to be said for looking good and feeling good and playing good, and it's definitely a classier look for us, and the guys enjoyed it. So we'll get them all cleaned up and washed up and give it another try.
I think it was Cam Jurgens had a big old cowboy hat. He looked pretty good. That was a good look.
He did. Black cowboy hat. Looked good.
All right, this football team, tell me about the week. You've had to come off some disappointing games, and you've been happy with the way the guys came back to work. How about coming off a big win like that? How was their work ethic this week?
Really good.
Yep.
It's where I want it to be, in that the guys just come to work and prepare the same every week and have a good week of practice. You put in a game plan on bones of a game plan on a Monday and work hard on it Tuesday and Wednesday and walk through it on Thursday, and we'll have our Fast Friday tomorrow, and they're doing a good job getting ready for games.
On our text line for you, Curtis in West Point, do you have any special routine for night games that you do that you don't have to do with a 11 a.m. kicker?
Personally, no. It's just kind of biding time. I usually watch some more film. Last week I had to run home real quick and saw my wife and my son for a while, and took RJ out in the backyard and hit some golf balls with him. And the guys are in the hotel just getting ready for a game and probably watching some college football. So it's just a waiting game when you play a night game.
Curtis, appreciate the text. Again, if you want to be a part of the program with the coach, 402-413-2400. Let's go to North Carolina and Devin. Devin, you're up first tonight with the head coach.
Greetings, Coach Frost. I hope your day's going well, sir.
Thank you. It is.
Well, excellent, excellent. I don't know if you remember me a while back, but back at Parkview Christian, you was helping us prepare for our first playoff game back when your parents were coaching us. So, to go from that to see where you are now, I mean, it's awesome to follow your journey. Just wanted to say that real quick.
I appreciate it. Mom and Dad coached for a long time, and I loved going and watching their games whenever I could. So, good to hear from you.
All right. Just a quick question about the defense. The defense has been playing lights out, as we've all kind of seen. I know Michigan last week kind of took advantage of Wisconsin's aggressive nature. And I'm just wondering, what are you doing to kind of prepare from a disciplinary standpoint that way our defense doesn't get caught up on a flea flicker or something like that, as we did get caught on a couple of trick plays before. So I'm just wondering how's that process going?
Yeah, guys got to keep good eyes. They got to stay disciplined. They got to do their jobs. Really, Northwestern's touchdown last week came on a deep ball and then a double move, and we weren't disciplined enough. So, really, I think this game's going to come down to who can run it and who can stop the run. Whichever team is forced into the throwing game probably isn't in great shape. So that's where it all starts. But you got to make sure and eliminate the big plays too, and that's just making sure you're in your zones, your eyes are in the right place in man coverage, and you're being disciplined.
Devin, appreciate the phone call, 402-413-2400. JoJo Domann, recognized by the league for his play in the Northwestern game. How's he been playing for you?
JoJo's been great. I actually was walking to practice with him this morning, and he said, I still haven't played my best football, which I think is true. But he's playing awfully well for us. He's a really good football player, and glad we have him on our team, and he's getting another chance to prove what kind of player he is Saturday.
People who harken back to Husker football in the 80s, we were talking the other night on the program, we've had some questions. How did you describe his role? In the 80s, it used to be called like a monster back or something. Just a guy who could do all. Is that kind of the what he is for this team?
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of a nickel monster back, whatever you want to call it. And it's great having somebody out there that's stout enough to play the run and set edges, but also talented enough to cover a slot receiver in zone or man. And those guys are hard to find, but JoJo's got the size and athletic ability to do all those things, and helps him stay on the field and give him a chance to make more plays. Will you continue to look for guys like him that can do multiple things as you go through the recruiting process? Yeah, typically safeties are those guys if they have good enough cover skills. So I feel like we got a couple more guys like that in the program. Javen Wright, we got to get healthy, but I think he can do those things. Isaac Gifford can do those things. Probably Miles Farmer can too. So hopefully we don't need him until next year with JoJo playing as well as he is. But I feel like we got some guys in the program can do the same thing.
In our YouTube chat room, Crypto King wants to know, how did you like the light show?
Yeah, I wasn't expecting. I thought it was unbelievable. Certainly helped that we were ahead and the game was in control at that point. We were able to enjoy it a little more, but hats off to Husker Vision and the facilities guys for putting that together.
On our text line, Alan Kozad wants to know, can you talk some about the wrinkles you've added to your RPO this season?
Yeah, we're just trying to mix it up a little more. Nebraska has a great history of option football, and I do. I lived it. So we're trying to add elements of that to the game, and that's been really helpful to us. I think it helps people have to prepare for more things when you have those elements in your game, and there's other things off it, so you're not always running option with bubbles and RPOs. So we'll continue to try to be a little innovative every week, and that's all great. At the end of the day, we got to block people and run hard and catch the ball and throw it.
On our text line, Doug and McCook. Hey, Coach, congrats on the Huskers game last week. I just want you to know I've seen much improvement every year, and we're a much more physical team. I know there's a lot of stress coaching, and it's good to see you smile once in a while and enjoy some life. Doug and McCook.
Yeah, I lived in McCook for 3 years.
Did you?
Some of my best friends were there at 6th, 7th, 8th grade at Central Elementary and McCook Junior High School. And
what's the bakery? Is it Seinert's Bakery?
Seinert's Bakery. Yeah. We would leave Central High School or Central Elementary sometimes and skip lunch and go get a donut. I went to school with some crazy kids, and we had a lot of fun.
They've had some good high school football teams out there.
Yeah, they have. Dad was the head coach there, and we didn't win much, but he did get a Little League program started there, and I think they did a good job kind of letting that blossom and started teaching kids at a young age the same things that the high school were doing, and they've had a good track record out there.
Let's go back to the phones, up to Omaha. Shank, you're up next with the head coach. Good evening.
Hey, Coach Frost. How you doing?
Doing well. How about you?
I'm great. Nice to speak with you. Really respect you. Keep grinding. I know that, you really care a lot about the program, and I do too, so keep it going. I just had a couple questions real quick. I wanted to ask about, I was listening to one of your players' podcasts. Do you listen to your players' podcast?
No, we've had this conversation on the show. If I had time, I think I would, but we see each other all the time, and I'm busy game planning and watching film and doing other things, so maybe in the off season I'll have a chance to catch up.
One of your players was saying that, like, in practice, he wishes you guys would, and he was saying, he's not the coach and stuff, but he was saying that sometimes he wishes that when you guys have those periods, you would have like a sudden change where you would just like shout out field goal unit, get on the field, and then Culp would kick a field goal. And I'm surprised. I don't know if you guys do that or not. I just kind of found it surprising.
We do. We do it quite a bit, particularly in fall camp. We have tempo periods that we throw in once in a while where the kids just have to be ready to go and play offense and defense and special teams. And there's a fine line between getting ready for sudden changes and still being structured so guys are getting the work done that they need to get done. But we do those things. We had field goal a couple weeks ago, and when we think we need them, we'll use them.
Shank, appreciate the phone call from up in Omaha. He called up on our Sports Nightly hotline, brought to you by the Woodhouse Auto Family. Shop Woodhouse first. 18 brands, 16 convenient locations. Simplified car buying to save you time. Shop, finance, and buy online at woodhouse.com. One more question in the chat room for you. Does Thomas Fidone have a chance to help this team this year?
I hope so. This is his first week back. Looks a little rusty, but looks healthy, looks really talented. So we'll try to get him up and going and see what he can do. And every one of those kids has 4 games to play without wasting a year. So it'd be nice to be able to get him some run this year.
Isn't that amazing how quick they can turn a guy after that kind of injury? I remember probably in your playing days, it was almost a year before they would be back. I think it was 5 months for him.
Yeah, a year and a giant scar down your knee for the rest of your life. And medicine's come a long way, so guys have a chance to recover quicker. And these guys are young and they heal fast.
Very good. All right, 402-413-2400, the number to dial us up with a comment or question. Keep those texts coming as well. We're back with more with the coach next.
A DUI is everything you didn't prepare for. You did not save for it. You did not train for it. You did not go to school for it. You did not raise your family or buy a house or get a job for it. It is not your life goal or a dream come true. You have planned for everything in your life. You did not plan for a DUI. Get a ride. A DUI costs more than you think.
Brought to you by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
You always dreamed of owning your own farm. Now you're living your dream, and it's time to pick the tractor that makes it all come together. Massey Ferguson has reinvented what compact and utility tractors can be and redefined what they do, making them easier to operate, more comfortable to drive, more versatile than ever. Massey Ferguson gives Nebraska farmers the power and performance to win in the field. Manzer Equipment in Osmond, Nebraska, your full-time Massey Ferguson dealer, proud supporters of the Huskers and Nebraska farmers since 1975. You could win a 2021 Ford F-150 XL four-wheel drive Super Crew truck from the Woodhouse Auto family this season. If the Huskers return the first or second half opening kick for a touchdown, Woodhouse will give away an F-150. New contestants will be chosen each week. For details on how to enter the Woodhouse Auto Family Kickoff Contest and official rules, go to woodhousekickoff.com. That's woodhousekickoff.com.
Whether you compete on the court, at the track, on the field, or in the fields, winning isn't just a goal. It's a mindset, shaped, honed, and defined throughout the season. That's why farmers pushing themselves to be the best plant DeKalb brand corn. Wherever you compete, winning has roots. Perform at your best with DeKalb. Always read and follow grain marketing and all other stewardship practices and pesticide label directions.
Walk these fields for 85 years. Grow deeper roots here. Know what thrives here. Bring in world-class genetics and innovative traits like Chrome Triple Stack corn hybrids and Enlist E3 soybeans. Refine it through pure local know-how and expertise. Do all of that, and the only thing left is the right seed. Hogemeyer. Learn more at therightseed.com.
Hello, I'm Tom Osborne.
And I'm Coach Frost.
Statistics prove that youth who are mentored and receive support and guidance from a caring adult show measurable improvement in academic achievement, motivation to succeed, and hope.
Over the past 30 years, Teammates has served more than 43,000 youth, and right now there are more than 1,000 waiting for a Teammates mentor to visit with them once a week in school.
For more information on how you can help the Teammates Mentoring Program, please go to teammates.org, and thank you for supporting our youth.
Sponsored by Nebraska Crossing Fast Cash app.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Wait, time out, Mom. Instead of using ketchup on your hot dog, pour on some of this Dorothy Lynch. Good, huh?
Yeah, talk about serving up an ace.
Did you see that? She spiked it.
Yes. Am I going to be watching you play for the Huskers someday?
How about you get me some more pizza, and then we talk about it.
Share the tradition of one-of-a-kind flavor that goes with anything. Game day or any day. Dorothy Lynch, endless flavorabilities.
Did you know that cigarette butts make up a large portion of microplastics in the ocean, which end up in 70% of seabirds and 30% of sea turtles? Bank of the West is helping to solve this problem by not financing big tobacco, proving that what a bank chooses not to finance can be just as important as what it does. Learn more about what we do and don't finance at bankofthewest.com/change. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hello, I'm Tom Osborne.
And I'm Coach Frost.
Statistics prove that youth who are mentored and receive support and guidance from a caring adult show measurable improvement in academic achievement, motivation to succeed, and hope.
Over the past 30 years, Teammates has served more than 43,000 youth, and right now there are more than 1,000 waiting for a Teammates mentor to visit with them once a week in school.
For more information on how you can help the Teammates Mentoring Program, please go to teammates.org, and thank you for supporting our youth.
Sponsored by Nebraska Crossing Fast Cash app.
Score a game-winning drive when you buy your next vehicle at Sid Dillon Chevrolet. As a Chevrolet Business Elite dealer, we offer commercial vehicles, including medium-duty trucks and low-cab forwards. Whatever vehicle fits your needs, we're here to make the purchase process easy. Visit our Chevy locations in Blair, Crete, Fremont, or Wahoo. Plus, shop our full inventory at SidDillonChevy.com.
You are what drives us. Sid Dillon.
Chevy, find new roads.
Celebrating 50 years in the commercial real estate development industry in Omaha and nationwide, Noddle Companies is proud to continue its tradition of supporting Husker athletics. Check out what's new in Omaha, which includes revolving recreation and the food hall at Zone 6 in Exarban Village. Another exciting project coming soon are the Blackstone Urban Row townhomes. Noddle Companies, creating long-term value through community development. For more information, visit noddlecompanies.com. Go Big Red.
Addie's Sports Bar and Grill is the place to watch Nebraska games this season. Locally owned and operated, Addie's is Omaha's premier sports bar with 4 locations in Elkhorn, Maple Street, Millard, and the new flagship Capitol location in downtown Omaha. If it's Husker game day, it's on at Addie's. Addie's Sports Bar and Grill is Omaha's official watch party spot with game day giveaways, prizes, fun, and more surprises later in the season. Addie's Sports Bar and Grill. See you there for the game.
We're back inside of our Huskers Radio Network Broadcast Center, sponsored by Acres Equipment, Nebraska's premier John Deere dealer with 27 locations across Nebraska and into Kansas. Acres Solutions for every field. It's our football hour till the top of the hour. The head coach in studio with us tonight on our text line, Janet. Coach, I enjoyed your first 2 years of women's football camps in the summer. Any chance that those are going to come back?
Yeah, I hope so. COVID's changed a lot, and we just haven't felt comfortable with having those types of things and haven't had permission to have those types of things. But hopefully with everything getting better nationally and locally, we'll be back to being able to host more people at Memorial Stadium.
It's good to hear somebody enjoyed that, right? That's
Yeah.
a lot of effort goes into putting those things on. You have staff members who put a lot of that work into that.
Somebody needs to enjoy it, so yeah, no, we do it for them and for the fans, and it's been a fun experience a couple times.
All right, back to the phone. Let's go to Minnesota and Tim. Good evening, Tim. You're on with the head coach.
Hey, Coach. Awesome on Saturday. That was exciting to see just everything come together. I know it was just one game, but the way it happened was pretty big. Hey, a question is, there's so many things, of course, that into which we could dive for the Michigan game, but the question I'm going to ask is, where does the offensive line need to improve the most going into this game against Michigan? I called a couple of nights ago, and Greg was talking about how big they are, but obviously we've gotten big too. And then my comment is this: I remember when you first came up, it was such a high-flying offense, explosive. It's getting that way now, but I really enjoy just how something I didn't necessarily anticipate, but I was totally hoping to see is just how physical you have gotten on running the ball, especially between the tackles, and not just those long balls and outside. So you guys keep up the great work.
All right, Tim. Thanks.
Appreciate it. Yeah, this league is a physical league, and we've learned some lessons over the first few years in this league. The first one we learned right away was we weren't big enough year one, weren't strong enough, fast enough year one, and I think we've done a good job getting some players in here that are capable of holding their own. I don't think you can just spread it out and throw every down in this league. And there's too many good pass rushers. You're going to take sacks, negative plays. So you got to be able to run the ball in this league, and there's draft picks everywhere at every team. So you got to win physical. As far as the O-line goes, I was really impressed with Saturday. I thought they took a giant step forward. We got to keep moving people, low pads and moving people, and if we can generate a run, then the other stuff opens up, and that's kind of what happened on Saturday in a big way. Also, we need to do a good job pass protecting this game. There's going to be some one-on-one matches, and we got to win the majority of those and give Adrian time to operate.
All right, on the text line, here's a loaded one for you. Do you think the 97 Huskers would have beaten the 97 Wolverines?
Yeah, I'm not going to get into that one. I've had plenty of those debates over time, and yeah, I would have put our team up against anybody.
Very good. All right, let's go to Hawaii. Sam, I think we might be our first caller on Sports Sunday from Hawaii. Sam, you're up with the head coach. Good evening.
Hi, I just wanted to say, keep up the good work, Coach. I'm an old teammate of your father's. I used to block for him back in the 60s.
What's your last name?
Buddha.
Oh, shoot. Okay, how you doing?
Doing good. I just want to know about the you're talking about all this physicality that's going to go on Saturday. How is the depth looking? Because I remember as an old offensive lineman, it was easy to get your ankle rolled up on or something. And how are we doing with the depth in the line right now?
Offensive line, I think, really well. You know, we've made a couple changes, and the guys that got their chance played well, but still feel good about being able to put a couple guys that have a ton of experience in if we need them. Defensive line, I think we're deeper than we've been. There's a couple positions that I wish we had a little more depth, but I think that's any football team across the country. So it's gonna be a fist fight on Saturday, and probably who wins the line of scrimmage is going to come out on top.
Looking forward to watching it. We love you here in Hawaii.
Where do you live in Hawaii?
On the Kona coast.
Oh, you're on the Big Island. Love it.
Right.
All right. Well, aloha.
Come on down for some good game fishing, Coach. I got you hooked up.
Next time I'm at the Mauna Kea, I'll call you.
Great to hear from you, Sam. Thank you so much for your support out there. On our chat room, Digster92 wants an update on Xavier Betts. Are you happy with his progress as a player?
Yeah, Xavier keeps getting better, and he keeps growing up and knowing his stuff. And I keep saying it, but him on the field makes us a better team. He's got an opportunity to make big plays for us, and he's got to make sure he's taking care of his business in the classroom and off the field, and he's done a good job of that for the most part. So we'll keep bringing him along, and I think he'll just get better and better.
On our text line, Ken wants to know, are we still working on directional punting? Special teams could be big this week against Michigan.
Yeah, we're working on it. Trust me, we're working on it. And absolutely, they got a difference maker returner. So we need to make sure and kick the ball where they can't get returns, in kickoff and in punt. And it cost us a game, so we've been working diligently at it.
402-413-2400, the number to call us with a comment or question or fire off a text. Let's go to Omaha next. And Mark, good evening. Mark, you're up with the head coach.
Yeah, hey, guys. Hey, Scott, I'm an old hitting coach, old baseball coach in Omaha. They call me the blind guy. Anyway, about 1988, I was a younger man. We were in a regional baseball tournament with some 7th and 8th grade kids down in McCook, Nebraska. And we played a team, and I think they were called Beaver Crossing. And they beat us. They only had 2 players. And I never forgot, one of them's name was Frost, and he was a long-legged kid. He could run like hell, and every time he got up to bat, him and this other guy were just double, triple. We couldn't keep them off the bases. And those 2 guys single-handedly beat us, I believe. I never forgot the name. And as you got older, I always wondered, could that have been that Frost kid that beat us down there in McCook? And I said, no, because he grew up in Wood River. Well, you answered my question about a half an hour ago. You finally answered my question. It was you, because you're from McCook. You were down there, weren't you?
I lived in McCook. Yeah, I didn't play for Beaver Crossing, but McCook had a team called the Wildcats. One of my friends.
Oh, that's who it was then? Okay.
Yeah, one of my friends, Greg Premer, and his dad started the team, and a bunch of my buddies and I played on it. And I probably couldn't do much on the baseball field but run. But
Oh, you could hit and you could run. I mean, you guys were like 7th and 8th grade, and I said, my God, that kid's an athlete. And then a few years later, I heard about, Scott Frost. I wonder if that could have been the same guy, and I've wondered all these years.
Yeah, McCook, Nebraska.
You should have took up baseball. Well, you did pretty good in football. I'm not going to say that. But anyway, keep up the great work, guys.
Thank you.
Mark, appreciate the phone call. Didn't anticipate something like that coming down the pike for us here tonight. In our chat room, Andy wants to know your thoughts on the interior defensive line. He says Damian Daniels looks like he's been great. What's his ceiling, and how close is he to that?
Damian's playing well. Damian's physical guy. He's one of our leaders, kind of the heart and soul of that defense. Obviously, Ty Robinson and a bunch of others are playing well, DT, and Casey Rogers is getting pretty close to ready to go. So you feel good about that group, and they got a big task on Saturday. Michigan's running the ball on everybody they're playing, and that's what they want to do. They're going to get in a bunch of formations and unbalanced and shifts and hit you with a variety of runs, and I think that's going to be the biggest factor in the game is if we can stop that run.
His conditioning's a lot better, isn't it, than it used to be?
Yeah, I think when we first got here, he could only play a play or two, and we had to get him out of there. But he's done an unbelievable job on and off the field, and like I said, he's our most vocal leader and is doing a heck of a job.
Text line, Chris in Arizona, what percentage of the playbook are you using at this point of the season?
We got about almost everything in that we want to have in, and then it just kind of is a smorgasbord of stuff for us to pick from every week based on what they're giving us and what we want to do. And you gotta keep adding wrinkles and doing some different things every week, so you're not the same. There's too many good coaches in this league to do the same things every week, but also feel better about kind of some of the stuff that we're hanging our hat on that we're going to have every week, and mixing some other things up.
Dorothy Lynch, home style and light and lean dressing, endless flavorabilities. Need to work a break in? Phone lines are open for you, 402-413-2400. You can also fire off a text on that same number as well. Back with more with the coach next.
If you're driven by an adventurous heart, you're in luck. The 2021 Subaru Outback shares your spirit. It will take you as far as you want to explore with standard symmetrical all-wheel drive. It'll get you off the beaten path with 8.7 inches of ground clearance, more than Toyota RAV4 or Honda Passport. It's the best Outback ever. The 2021 Subaru Outback. Go where love takes you. Comparison based on competitor information from manufacturer websites as of July 2020. Visit Beardmore Subaru in Bellevue or at beardmoresubaru.com.
Welcome to Ag Answers. Today we're talking about renewable biofuels like corn ethanol and soy biodiesel. Electric vehicles continue to make headlines as we look for ways to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. But did you know by using ethanol, you can reduce greenhouse gas emissions by up to 46% compared to traditional gasoline, and by up to 86% when you use biodiesel compared to petroleum diesel? Locally produced biofuels are the here and now solution to combating climate change. They are good for our air, good for our wallets, and good for Nebraska. This message is brought to you by Nebraska's corn and soybean farmers.
From vintage sneakers to bacon-scented soap to water fountains for your pet, all can be had with a few simple clicks. Problem is, you never really know what you're going to get until they show up at your door. Introducing Ford Blue Advantage. It's used car buying that's built for you. Not only can you shop for used vehicles online, in person, or both, you can also test drive before you buy, so you know exactly what you're getting. Plus, get history reports, vehicle inspections, Ford warranties, and the expertise of factory-trained techs. Visit FordBlueAdvantage.com today.
Looking for a great Christmas gift idea? Look no further than expanding your loved one's Husker closet with an item from the new 255 collection, inspired by legendary coach Tom Osborne. With high quality at the forefront, 255 can be worn anywhere from sporting events and business meetings to backyard get-togethers. No matter the occasion, 255 is about feeling confident, looking good, and celebrating the remarkable coaching career of Tom Osborne. Shop now at Huskers.com or participating retailers. For more information, visit Huskers.com/255.
Hello, I'm Tom Osborne.
And I'm Coach Frost.
Statistics prove that youth who are mentored and receive support and guidance from a caring adult show measurable improvement in academic achievement, motivation to succeed, and hope.
Over the past 30 years, Teammates has served more than 43,000 youth, and right now there are more than 1,000 waiting for a Teammates mentor to visit with them once a week in school.
For more information on how you can help the Teammates Mentoring Program, please go to teammates.org, and thank you for supporting our youth.
Sponsored by Nebraska Crossing Fast Cash app.
Preparation. It's the key to success on game day. And like your favorite Huskers on the field, you need to be ready right from the opening kickoff. Cenex has your pregame routine covered. We've got your salty snacks, your sweet treats, ice-cold beverages to wash them down, and fresh tanks of propane to fire up the grill. Fuel your fandom at your local Cenex station. Husker Pride, powered locally.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
It's Game On at Sid Dillon Buick GMC Cadillac in Fremont, featuring our winning combination of Buick SUVs and GMC trucks and SUVs. And as a GMC Business Elite dealer, we offer commercial vehicles for your business needs. For the convenient and easy way to shop for your next vehicle, just visit our Fremont location or check out our full inventory at SidDillonBuickGMC.com.
You are what drives us, Sid Dillon.
We are professional grade.
It's football season. Husker Nation and Famous Dave's is here to make your tailgate, house party, or get-together famous. Award-winning and house-smoked St. Louis-style ribs, Texas beef brisket, Georgia chopped pork, and house-made sides like our Wilbur beans, creamy coleslaw, and Dave's cheesy mac and cheese will surely tackle any barbecue craving. Visit FamousDaves.com for all your catering and online ordering needs, or come visit us at our locations in Lincoln and Bellevue.
Hello, I'm Tom Osborne.
And I'm Coach Frost.
Statistics prove that youth who are mentored and receive support and guidance from a caring adult show measurable improvement in academic achievement, motivation to succeed, and hope.
Over the past 30 years, Teammates has served more than 43,000 youth, and right now there are more than 1,000 waiting for a Teammates mentor to visit with them once a week in school.
For more information on how you can help the Teammates Mentoring Program, please go to teammates.org, and thank you for supporting our youth.
Sponsored by Nebraska Crossing Fast Cash app.
From vintage sneakers to bacon-scented soap to water fountains for your pet, all can be had with a few simple clicks. Problem is, you never really know what you're going to get until they show up at your door. Introducing Ford Blue Advantage. It's used car buying that's built for you. Not only can you shop for used vehicles online, in person, or both, you can also test drive before you buy, so you know exactly what you're getting. Plus, get history reports, vehicle inspections, Ford warranties, and the expertise of factory-trained techs. Visit FordBlueAdvantage.com today.
Celebrating 50 years in the commercial real estate development industry in Omaha and nationwide, Noddle Companies is proud to continue its tradition of supporting Husker athletics. Check out what's new in Omaha, which includes revolving recreation and the food hall at Zone 6 in Exarban Village. Another exciting project coming soon are the Blackstone Urban Row townhomes. Noddle Companies, creating long-term value through community development. For more information, visit noddlecompanies.com. Go Big Red.
Woohoo! Business Technology 1, network downtime 0. Being a game-winning IT network takes hard work and an experienced technology coach. That's why our game plan includes Marco. Marco helps our entire business infrastructure perform better and score big day in and day out. With Marco's veteran experience guiding our team, every season is a winning season. Find out what your technology could be saying at marconet.com.
This season, share Valentino's tailgater tradition with our Big Red Double Jumbo deal and get 2 one-topping jumbo pizzas for only $17.79 each. Order yours online at valentinos.com. Valentino's, it's the official pizza of the Huskers. Go Big Red. Greg Sharp back with the head football coach, Scott Frost, till the top of the hour. It's our football hour for the week. If you want to be a part of this, 402-413-2400. Jesse and Fairbury on our text line says, keep bringing the nasty. Good luck, Coach. Really proud of this team. Go Big Red. So, Jesse, appreciate that. Let's go to phones. Let's go to Doc up in Omaha. Hey, Doc, you're up with the head coach.
Coach Frost, how we doing, Mr. Sharp?
Good.
Good. Hey, really think the direction of the program's definitely in a positive direction. So props to stay in the course and with the players and the recruiting, just everything that's pointing us in the right direction. It's obvious. So I don't want to spend too much time on that. But I did want to ask you, Coach, about the return game, both on kickoffs and returns. I know Martin's been back there a few times, and it seems that he, especially this last game, had plenty of room to instead of fair catch run. Are they kind of instructed to go ahead and fair catch it, or do we, leave them some latitude with that? I'll listen to your answer. Thanks, Coach. Go Big Red.
No, Doc, you're 100% right. There was 2 or 3 times there was room, and we should have caught it and got it upfield. That being said, I'm just happy he caught them all. That's a step in the right direction. We need to have a guy emerge that's our returner and somebody that's dangerous back there that we want to have the ball in their hands and has a chance to make a big play. And we've been shuffling those guys around a little bit and trying to find that guy, and don't have him yet. But Oliver did a good job fielding it, and we definitely want that to continue. But there's opportunities in the kick game to make some big plays, and those plays can change games. So keep waiting for somebody to grab the bull by the horns and make some plays back there.
On our text line for you, talk about budding walk-ons you predict maybe will be valuable to the program, any up-and-comers, so to speak.
Yeah, it's hard to single out just one or two guys. There's a lot of guys. Maybe more point to the guys right now that are playing for us that are former walk-ons, and there's a bunch of them. You know, Nuri got his first start at left guard, and Luke Reimer was a walk-on for us, and Jock Yant was a walk-on for us, and the walk-on program has been good to us. And I think there's some young ones that, with a couple years in the program, we're going to have a really good chance. And I think we've scholarshiped almost 30 walk-ons now since I've been here, either for a semester or two or for their entire career. And we're going to take care of the kids that are good enough to play for us.
We mentioned the name Phelan Sanford a couple times last week on some kick coverage units.
Yeah, Phelan actually tested out as the fastest kid on our team. He can really run. Was a track star, and he's doing great things. And Phelan's on scholarship this semester because of the things he's doing for the team. So we're getting a lot of help from those guys.
Let's go back to the phones, up to Omaha. Jerry, you're up next for the head coach. Good evening.
Hey, good evening, Coach.
How we doing?
I'm doing well, doing well. Just want to know, what is the status of Will Honus? How's he coming along?
Will's doing well. Kind of made a decision. He wants to try to come back and play another year. He's going to appeal for an extra year because of the injuries that he's been through. He's helping with the defense right now, and you know, he's been a big part of the team going back. And you know, I just got my fingers crossed he can get healthy and get back out there for us. Kind of expected to have Colin and Will back this year, which would have given us even more depth and more help, and felt terrible for both those kids for the injuries they suffered, but those are two good Huskers.
Yep, understand. Okay, hey, you're doing a good job, so keep up the good work.
We're working every day. I appreciate it.
Jerry, appreciate the phone call up in Omaha on our text line. Shelby and Sydney, how close are we to being able to just rush for and get after quarterbacks?
I think we're getting there. Caleb and Garrett are doing a good job. Phil Darius, when he comes in, does a good job. We're getting some push on the inside. If you have one dominant pass rusher, it can change a game, and it changes how other people prepare for you. It changes the protections they use. I think those guys are playing hard, and that, you know, there's no doubt that Coach Goss and Coach Tuioti have those guys playing at a higher level than they have. So we need to be disruptive on Saturday. They're not going to leave their quarterback back in the pocket very long. They, you know, when they throw it, they want to protect him or get the ball out quick. So sacks are going to be tough to come by, and that, you know, that's why the run game's so important, because be nice to be in a situation with the lead where the other team has to throw instead of the other way around.
Saturday night, we talked earlier in the show about what a spectacular atmosphere it was. It had to be pretty impressive for some prospective student athletes. I know you had a lot of, not so many unofficial visits, but a lot of unofficial visits. That had to be pretty cool.
Yeah, because it's going to be a smaller class, we're spending a lot of time on the 23 class on top of the kids we're still recruiting in 22, and I think a lot of really good players that we're interested in got to see a pretty special night.
A lot of coaches had players and student athletes on the field across Husker athletics. I know it was a big weekend for men's basketball. Did you bump into Coach Hoiberg at all down there?
I didn't see Coach Hoiberg. I see Coach Cook on the sideline a lot.
Yep.
He's down there quite a bit, and I always seem to notice him and appreciate him being a friend and a supporter. And you know, there's really a family atmosphere among these coaches here, and head coaches and assistant coaches alike. So hope a lot of people got a boost from having recruits be able to see that atmosphere.
They had Big Ten basketball media days were today. He was in Indianapolis. That's getting close. I think they're going to be pretty fun to watch.
Can't wait.
Get some shooters.
Yeah, we need to win some more games, and then I'll look forward to sitting in the stands and let somebody else be stressed out for a while.
Yeah, it'll be good to see all that. All right, need to work a break in here. Also time to tell you that Nebraska 811 says, go dig red. Before you dig, always call or click 811 to have your utility lines marked. It's free. It's easy. It's the law. 402-413-2400, the number if you want to be a part of the show with a call or a text. Back to wrap things up with the coach next.
At Nebraska, our people will always be our greatest asset. Day by day, donors give our teams the best opportunity to compete and win through their generous donations. Our vision for the future is ambitious and requires help from those who want to see Husker athletics excel at the highest level. Go big and join thousands of other Huskers Athletic Fund members with your gift today at huskers.com/donate.
From the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, I'm journalism student Grace Fitzgibbon with Campus News. For the fourth year in a row, the University of Nebraska system ranked as one of the top 100 institutions worldwide in earning U.S. patents. The NU system was granted 38 patents, and of those, 27 were awarded to UNL researchers. The result? New startup companies, jobs, and university licensed products that grow Nebraska's economy.
You trained for this all year. Endless hours of cardio, conditioning, and weights. And now you are ready. Ready to trek back to your seat from the concession stand. Through the lines, lost fans, and that mascot who wants you to do a little dancey dance, all without spilling a drop of your ice-cold Bud Light. Welcome back to football, sports fans.
At Subaru, they love building vehicles for those who pack a lot into life. The redesigned 2021 Crosstrek is their way of saying more power to you. An upgrade in horsepower means you have a world of fun and adventure waiting for you. And the Crosstrek comes with standard symmetrical all-wheel drive. Love, it's what makes Subaru, Subaru. Visit Deto Subaru at 27th Street and Jamie Lane in Lincoln or at DetoSubaru.com. Upgraded horsepower available on select models.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
It's football season. Husker Nation and Famous Dave's is here to make your tailgate, house party, or get-together famous. Award-winning and house-smoked St. Louis-style ribs, Texas beef brisket, Georgia chopped pork, and house-made sides like our Wilbur beans, creamy coleslaw, and Dave's cheesy mac and cheese will surely tackle any barbecue craving. Visit FamousDaves.com for all your catering and online ordering needs, or come visit us at our locations in Lincoln and Bellevue.
Addie's Sports Bar and Grill is the place to watch Nebraska games this season. Locally owned and operated, Addie's is Omaha's premier sports bar with 4 locations in Elkhorn, Maple Street, Millard, and the new flagship Capitol location in downtown Omaha. If it's Husker game day, it's on at Addie's. Addie's Sports Bar and Grill is Omaha's official watch party spot with game day giveaways, prizes, fun, and more surprises later in the season. Addie's Sports Bar and Grill. See you there for the game.
Buckle up, put the phone down. A reminder from the NDOT Highway Safety Office. Final few minutes of our football show for the week. Head coach with us here tonight. Nebraska getting ready for Michigan to come to town on Saturday night. On our text line, Coach just wondering how Jaquez lost the weight that he needed to get to play. Was it on his own or was it with help from the strength and conditioning program?
Help from a lot of people. Help from Marcus Castro-Walker pushing him, and help from Dave Ellis making sure he's eating the right things, strength conditioning staff working with him. You know, when he's at the weight he's supposed to be, he's pretty explosive. And, again, that was one game. We got to make sure he can do that week by week, but definitely a good first appearance for Jock.
All right, back to the phone. Let's go to Fremont and Kylie. Good evening. Kylie, you're up with the head coach.
Hi. I just wanted to say, too, I appreciate all that you've done for Nebraska, Coach Frost. I definitely have started watching more football since you've been the coach. But I just was curious on how your relationship with Tom Osborne and the mentorship you guys share has affected you in your success with Nebraska.
Coach has always been there for me. He's always been there for every one of his players that's ever played for him. He's around a lot, bounces ideas off me. You know, he thinks of things that a lot of people don't think of. And more than anything, he's been there for me a couple times when I've been down about some of the losses or bad breaks that we've gotten. And Coach is always there to support, and he really is like a father to me. He's at practice a lot. Coach Brown's in the office. He's like a father to me too, and I really admire and appreciate those guys for being there to support us.
That's awesome to hear. I think that's a great mentor, and thanks for sharing that.
Absolutely. Thank you for the call.
God, I appreciate the phone call. A couple people in the chat room wanting to know, how's Marquise Stepp doing? Haven't seen him as much in recent weeks.
He's doing well, and Marquise is a kid that I still don't think he's 100%, because you can get back healthy, but then it takes a while to get your body back where you need it to be, and he just missed so much off season, but he's definitely in the mix, and I think a really good player.
All right, Michigan coming to town. You've talked a little bit about them tonight. How different are they from the team we saw a couple years ago? We're drastically different, obviously, than the team you took to Ann Arbor. How about them?
They're different schematically, particularly on defense. They're still a really talented team that plays hard and plays physical and plays smart. They're disruptive on defense and get after you on offense, really good on special teams. They've recruited a lot of really highly ranked and talented players, and they got them playing hard. So it's going to be a challenge for us, but I think we're a little better equipped to try to give them a competitive game than we were year one for sure.
Your team has this will be your 7th game of the season. You haven't had a bye. You got some byes coming up. You don't have one yet. Do you feel like your team is still in pretty good shape mentally and physically at this stage?
I do. We've been trying to take care of them, and they've been working hard, but I think they see the results in our improvement through their hard work. So I think they know we got about 9 days left, and then they're going to get some break, and we're really, at this point, breaking this season up into 3 2-week seasons. We got this one, and next week get a break, and then 2 and get a break, and then the last 2. So we're going to have a chance in all of them. We got to play well to beat some of these really good teams, but the guys continue to improve.
Another text question for you. This was interesting. Why did teams abandon the I formation? It was great for the option and gave running backs time to build up momentum before they hit the line. And Adrian is getting that option down for us.
Yeah, we've been building I formation through some of our motions and things. You got to commit to having a fullback if you're going to go to that full time. But offenses have really evolved over the last 10 or 15 years, and there's probably more explosive plays that can happen from some other formations. You don't even really see NFL teams in much true I formation anymore, but there's definitely elements of it that will still work and probably would work really well, and we're trying to get to some of those things just out of our spread base.
Wally in Kansas said, I just want to shout out big thanks to Coach and his family for all their effort and dedication. It does not go unnoticed. So there you go from Wally. All right, here goes. These are the fun ones, right? These are why kids come to Nebraska to play in games like this one with Michigan in prime time under the lights. This will be fun.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, it's a huge challenge. Another top 10 team that we're playing. They haven't been behind this year, so we're going to have our hands full with them. But man, it's going to be fun out there on Saturday, and appreciate the fans, and our kids are excited.
We changing the song the third, fourth quarter? Is it going to stay the same, or you stay out of that?
I have no idea. There's people more talented with that than I am.
All right, appreciate you coming in tonight. It's fun stuff. Let's keep this thing rolling. I think, you've been building momentum with this team. I think it's fair to say you've kind of gotten better pretty much week after week as the season's gone on.
Yeah, I keep telling them they're going to have multiple opportunities this year to win a big game and to surprise people, and we've been close a couple times. We're going to have another chance Saturday.
All right, good luck Saturday.
Thank you.
There he is, head coach with us here tonight on our football radio hour. Huskers at 6:30 against Michigan. We go on the pregame at 2:30 on Saturday. And that will be with Husker Game Day, Ben McLaughlin and Brendan Stye with all of that. So Huskers and Wolverines on Saturday. No show for us tomorrow night. Husker Volleyball will be on the air at 6 o'clock, 5:30 for pregame coverage as they play Penn State in Happy Valley. So that will be our next Sports Night. Will come your way on Monday night. Thanks to everyone for being a part of this one tonight. Go Big Red.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Score a game-winning drive when you buy your next vehicle at Sid Dillon Chevrolet. As a Chevrolet Business Elite dealer, we offer commercial vehicles, including medium-duty trucks and low-cab forwards. Whatever vehicle fits your needs, we're here to make the purchase process easy. Visit our Chevy locations in Blair, Crete, Fremont, or Wahoo. Plus, shop our full inventory at SidDillonChevy.com.
You are what drives us, Sid Dillon.
Chevy, find new roads.
Celebrating 50 years in the commercial real estate development industry in Omaha and nationwide, Noddle Companies is proud to continue its tradition of supporting Husker athletics. Check out what's new in Omaha, which includes revolving recreation and the food hall at Zone 6 in Exarban Village. Another exciting project coming soon are the Blackstone Urban Row townhomes. Noddle Companies, creating long-term value through community development. For more information, visit noddlecompanies.com. Go Big Red.
Hello, I'm Tom Osborne.
And I'm Coach Frost.
Statistics prove that youth who are mentored and receive support and guidance from a caring adult show measurable improvement in academic achievement, motivation to succeed, and hope.
Over the past 30 years, Teammates has served more than 43,000 youth, and right now there are more than 1,000 waiting for a Teammates mentor to visit with them once a week in school.
For more information on how you can help the Teammates Mentoring Program, please go to teammates.org, and thank you for supporting our youth.
Sponsored by Nebraska Crossing Fast Cash app.
Great job, everyone. Printers, great coverage. Phones, quick pickups. Firewall, tough defense. And network, way to carry the whole team. Ever since Marco started calling our technology plays, we work smarter and our whole game is more streamlined. Marco's all-star services and support give us the winning edge. Find out what your technology could be saying at marconet.com.